Cocktail Conversations, candid insights from startup founders, entrepreneurs, and thought leaders from around the globe.
My name is Dave Knox. I'm the Chief Marketing Officer at Rockfish and then the co-founder of The Brandery, which is a startup accelerator that we started in 2010. So Cincinnati is a really unique place in kind of my belief for starting a company and being an entrepreneur. What we've done is really focus on what's the strengths of the city. And Cincinnati is a town that has more Fortune 500 companies than Boston does. It's a town where Procter & Gamble and Kroger and Macy's and all of these amazing businesses that are about consumer marketing are based. And it's not just the big companies, but it's the companies that support that. So we have design agencies like Landor and LPK. They have created some of the most iconic brands in the world. And so what Cincinnati Startup Scene is really focused on is about how can you use design and marketing as two core strengths of what we do. And in startup terminology, that's about user experience and customer acquisition. And so we're really focused on those startups that's the core and the belief and the heart of who they are and what they do. And we think that's something that our town can offer that really is kind of irreplaceable and irreplicable from others. It's really making a lot of strides is probably the best way to put it. So we're a city that, like many, was kind of hard hit back in the dot-com days. And so we had this great momentum that just crashed down. And really from 2002 until, call it 2008, 2009, it was a scene that just did not have that camaraderie and that community and everything else. Starting about 2009, 2010, with the Brandery and some other efforts, including Cincy Tech and others, we had this upswing where we started building this community. And what we most importantly had was following the philosophy of Brad Feld, that we had entrepreneurs leading, that they were taking the reins and they were making things happen. And so every year, I think we've seen a growth, we've seen a change. And for me, the most exciting thing is when we have entrepreneurs that come back or that left town or hadn't really seen what was going on, and they just say, I'm amazed at the progress that's being made, because now we can say we have a community, we have this startup feel that's going on, and it's driving some exciting stuff. Yeah, so when you look at the challenges that we're faced with, I think it's challenges that are shared by a lot of the communities that are in this beginning path of a journey. The first is that when you're growing a community, you have certain entrepreneurs that want to just plug into a community. They want to just know that it's there and it's happening. Our challenge is finding entrepreneurs that want to be part of not only building their company, but building the community as well and sharing that core belief. Not every entrepreneur is about that. Not every startup is about that. So challenge one is finding those type. Challenge two, is, of course, is capital, and it's challenge that's universally shared. You hear it from every single person that talks, but we're trying to find unique ways to do that. We just announced something called Centrifuge that's actually going to be a $75 million fund of funds specifically for helping solve that problem. So we're there, we're working on it, we're not there yet. And I think the final one is a chicken or before the egg question, but it's this thing that we haven't had that huge exit. We haven't had that company that sells off, goes public, and creates that second wave of entrepreneurs that really kind of lead a charge of a city. And that's something that I get jealous of other cities, having that, what Zappos has done for Las Vegas and what others you've seen where it spins off and creates. We're still looking for that. We've got some ones we're pretty excited about, but it's going to be a continuous challenge to get to that next phase and see it happen.